Here we go again. This was the starting lineup last night in the game. Might not be the starting lineup for long, but for tonight's game, this is what it was. The Lakers got off to a fast start. Look at them. They was moving. See Sabonis running a two-man show, go right back to the big man, and you got a little man in the post. Let's take a quick look, ladies and gentlemen, on how this developed. And we're going to go through all the problems that was here, that went down, that shouldn't have. As you can see, Sabonis has the ball. They're playing in basically a zone defense because of their age. LeBron is pretty much on the vert. This is not going to last very long, but this is the very first minutes of the game. Malcolm Brogdon is a very smart point guard. He can get guys into the game, and Sabonis, who came in with an ankle injury, definitely is a big man who can stretch all the way out to the top of the key, which is going to be pulling Dwight Howard out to the top. Most bigs now can take guys out of the paint. So Sabonis, matched up with him, is looking to give the ball to the point guard to set up the play. Now they're going to go two-man. This is called looking and reading over your scouting report. The scouting report would admit that this is probably the worst two-man team in the history of basketball, the Los Angeles Lakers. They have not guarded two-man basketball well at all. Plus, the lack of help in the paint, and LeBron is just going to stay glued in one position the whole time. He's just going to make sure I'm going to guard the guy that's probably not going to get the ball here. So Russ was taken down here by his man because he's the smallest guy on the court. This is by design. Now, as the pick and roll happens, Ariza takes a bad angle on the pick. Dwight Howard has to pick up Brogdon and commit. Once he commits, then the ball is passed to Sabonis, which would only leave Russ in the paint against Sabonis. Mismatch. There's nothing Russ can do here. This could have easily been a foul and an and one. Great execution by the Indiana Pacers. Patient, very easy, but it's early in the game. But you want to make sure your scouting report dictates everything that you're seeing right now. Okay? Your scouting report tells you this is how you start your game, all the keys, all the flaws that are pointed out on the other team. Now, we begin. So as the game goes on, people can understand in this process of me versus you, it's R5 versus everybody else on the court in position. So when you look at this, you're looking at a team that's in disarray or don't really play with one another. And you see their deficiencies as a player. When you play years in the league, you're not going to be the same. Your reaction time is not going to be the same. These are younger players. They're in their 20s. You in your 30s. And in NBA, that's like damn near your 50s. All that wear and tear and miles on your legs. So you got to play smarter than these younger players. Russ got that 3-game going early. So the Lakers was off and running early. They're called the Pacers for a reason. They keep the pace high. The refs gave them a lot of calls. Indiana couldn't really get a lot of respect on the whistle. But as you can see, the Pacers was keeping the pace very high. Good block and help by Howard. Coming in there to help the guy down and low. Get the rejection. LeBron turning into Steph Bron. There go magnet ball, pulling it in. Oh, Brogdon takes him to the hole. See this? They have two Indiana Pacers in the backcourt. Where are the Lakers? They're all 5 of them. How did you let 2 Pacers get behind you on this play? As you can see, this play is a disaster to start. Westbrook is guarding Brogdon at the top of the key. You see Sabonis here. He's being doubled, which leaves an open man right here. He recognizes there's a double team up there. We've made a mistake. We got an open guy here that's ready here to shoot the 3. So Holiday is down there, I think, ready to go. And Ariza's left on an island. LeBron is staying out of the play, resting his legs for offense only. Dwight Howard has to commit here. Why the hell is Avery Bradley up here? And this man is by himself. They don't even go to him, but they could have. But they were able to go to this man for the dunk because Ariza had to guard 2 guys. Clearly a bonehead play, but that's how it's okay. It's early in the game. Having Howard in the game gave him second chance points and rebounds, opportunities. He fought, got the offensive rebound, tipped it over to LeBron, who got it to a wide open Russ. Off a second chance point, put back, and Russ was sticking it. Russ was like I think he was like 4 of 6 from 3 today. But once again, early on, they're getting to the paint. They're getting to the second level and basically the third level. Easy. You had 2 guys doubling Brogdon that didn't work. Trevor Ariza and you got Stanley Johnson. And Brogdon was able to get around 2 guys, which means you got a guy here open, Craig, and you got a guy right here open. And you left him on the island, and Russ got to step up and defend, and they take this option because they had guys open. Look at this. That should have been an and one. It wasn't called. Yeah, I see that. You see that you pointed to the ref like, ref, that is an and one in this country. Now, if you look at the Lakers' points, it's all basically one-on-one. Wild shots. Here comes Monk. He's going to go one-on-one. Gets the points. So it's more, see, and look at this. More than less, you got the Pacers playing inside the paint, getting the ball in, and the Lakers was depending on miraculous individual play. See, one-on-one, Monk, dish it, good play. Good play. Getting the ball to Stanley Johnson. See what happened when the young players get together, though, and start playing? You got to the next level. You got Melo on the tip back. THT gets the ball. He had a good shooting night. I think he had about 20, but he had a good shooting night. But their problem has not been offensive. It is defensive. And the tempo of the game, which is the pace. Even though the Lakers were up 10, the time is still a lot of time in the game because they're playing quick and they're scoring quick because the Indiana Pacers are pushing the tempo. So when you got the tempo going up, you're automatically going to be on the back of your heels and got to be on alert when they're coming up and down the court. And if they're scoring fast and you're scoring fast, you're playing their game. They always got a chance to come back to win the game because you're scoring just as fast as they scoring, which keeps them in the game. In other words, remember the Super Bowl, the Patriots and Atlanta Falcons? The Falcons play fast, and they didn't want to change the game when they were up big, when they should have been slowing the game down. The Lakers should have been slowing the game down and playing slow time, trying to get control of the tempo. The teams that beat Indiana beat them playing their tempo and making Indiana play their game by slowing it down to a half-court type of game. But you didn't get that from a lot of guys out there. Melo had a great shooting night. Horrendous defensive night. horrendous defensive night. And that was only because of battles he was taking defensively. He was hitting his threes, of course, but defensively, he cost the team. Now, he came out, hit a whole bunch of shots. LeBron, oh, there goes Steph Bron. Look at him cooking. Yeah, there I go. Yep, there it is. Yeah, Steph Bron. Steph Bron had it going. Right? There you go again. Steph Bron. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Here I go. Freight train. Oh, it got blocked. They ain't supposed to be shown. So Steph Bron gets the ball back. Puts it in. Here come Monk. Pulls up three. Bang. They pull up splashing. You think this game finna go and hit the over. I was looking at the over like, oh, I'm finna hit. Look at this. Sabonis gets the ball. Now, this is on white man can't jump versus another white man can't jump. He throws the ball, the trust. He throws the guy ball there because he knows his guy can beat this guy. They read the scouting report on Reeves. He's not that quick. He gets the rebound, goes in there, gives it up to the third man, the cutter, who puts it up. Trust. 3 men touching the basketball. What is it scoring? At the rim, at the paint basketball. Gets the rebound, goes back up and scored. They didn't want to call a foul. He stayed with it. Here's LeBron again. Bull rush. Okay, but they're playing fast. Lakers are playing super fast. Step back, THT, bang! Woo! Now, the Indiana Pacers lose games because they play so fast sometimes they trip up and blow games. Same way the Atlanta Falcons do in the NFL. Now, tonight, this is going to work in their advantage because they're in a privileged position to where they are playing a team that's got deep age, and playing fast is the key. If you keep playing fast, eventually somebody's going to gas out. And more than likely, it's not going to be against you. You're not going to be the guy that had the people to gas out. You got the younger legs. They have the older legs. They're going to gas out if they keep playing at this pace. Now, let's get to the erraticness of what was happening. Here is a very key play that I want people to see. This is LeBron on a breakaway. Young LeBron would have challenged this. This is old LeBron. This is 19 years in the league LeBron. This guy has no fear because he read the scouting report. LeBron James is not going to contest you. Go right at him. He goes up, LeBron pulls. He doesn't try to block it. Holiday goes up smartly, makes the layup. LeBron faked as if he was going to try to jump and reject it. It's too early in the game. LeBron is not going to take that risk. It's a business decision. Now, when you talk about a team that has been criticized for heart and effort, shouldn't you be playing hard every play? Meanwhile, that they love to blame, Russ is playing his heart out, dishing it off, getting Bradley a shot, open look three. But Russ can only play fast. The Pacers were staying close, keeping the game right where it needed to be. Dwight Howard should have stayed in the game more. I don't understand why he only playing 13 minutes a game. This is a breakdown in defense as Sabonis was going up and forgot to cover LeBron. This is a reason why the Pacers' record is what it is and why they lost so many games and why they're like on the cusp of being on the bubble. Malcolm Brogdon's looking for somebody. He finds a cutter because somebody aggressively came to the ball. Goes back out to Brogdon, who steps up immediately. Wagner had to, expose himself too quick. It blows right by him. Stop. Running jump shot in the lane, in the paint. Easy score. Now, second half, same thing. Starting the game off two-man basketball. The point guard to the big man. See what happens when you trust your big man and get your big man involved? He's getting points in the paint. What you're noticing is the Lakers are shooting a bunch of jump shots and a bunch of threes. And you're noticing that the Indiana Pacers are out here running plays and getting scores at the rim. They had about 60 points in the paint. There was no way the Lakers should have lost this game. They relied on too many jump shots. And they felt that we played a good enough game. No, you did not. You did not. This game came down to winning time, which was the fourth quarter. Indiana stayed true. They stayed close. Running basketball plays. But even bigger problems erupted last night. Russ got benched. Melo got cooked. And when I mean cooked, I mean defensively. He got cooked, and it cost the team tremendously. Now, this is the Melo that needed to show up offensively. He should have been doing this all night and committed to doing this all night. Going to the post, pulling up jump shots, getting physical down there with the young guys. Bully them. Now look at this. Breakdown by Monk. Monk, where are you going? Your defender did not commit to driving. He assumed his defender was going to drive. He pulls up for three. Bang. Hits it. Mistake. Look at Melo fighting. 1, 2. Drops the ball, gets it back, pulls up for a jumper, hits it. Melo again, back in the paint, banging. Bang. Melo should have stayed doing that. If anything else. Melo for 3. Bang. Melo was on fire. Right? Nobody's seeing what's happening defensively with Melo. Look, pump fakes, everything. Open shot from like the free throw line. They dip a shot out here. Look at this. Guys are moving to get to the ball. Pump fakes, drives, stops here, THT. Don't really shield out the way he should have and committed. Oh, there's a turnover, there's a steal, there's a dunk. Melo blows a defensive play again. There's LeVert, gives it up to the big man, who goes up, dunks the ball. Again, on Melo. All those offensive plays, he's giving it all back on defense. And see, this is why the fans can't follow the game. The fans can't follow the game because they see what a person's doing offensively rather than defensively. Defense wins the games. It's easy to score, but you got to be able to shut somebody down. Got to. Now, this Melo play happened, but before this happened, I'm going to show you why this happened. LeBron's on this court. They got all these guys out here. I'm going to show you why LeVert is right here getting ready to shoot this wide open three. And why Melo is so far off. Now, the reason that this happened and the reason that he was so far off was very clear. We're going to point that out right now. Here's why. CTHT, he gets a layup. He's doing well, right? Here they are back in out the rebound. THT, he sees Monk. Monk's got a 2-on-1 break. Here it is. He sees Monk out the corner of his eye running towards the basket, not settling for a three-point shot. So he throws it up perfectly where Monk can catch the ball and dunk the basketball. Monk comes down hollering. Watch what LeVert and the rest of the guys inform Holiday to do. Watch this. Go. You see what he's saying? Go, 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 go. Push this game. Push the ball. The reason why is because they just had two plays that was highly competitive and high energy. A lot of plays. Now they want to keep running them. It's a 2-point game at this point. Fourth quarter, 2-point game, 87-85. Now, LeBron's out there. You got Melo out there. THT, look at that. Broke down after them plays, legs gone. He's trying to get back up, tired. Dish off. LeBron didn't do anything on this play. His job, that's his guy. Oh, he ran up too late. Too late. Oh, no. It's got rejected. Oh no. Melo got the ball. But they too tired to do anything. Look at this. Wide open three. Melo was supposed to get out there. Why not, Melo? Bang. They walking. Everybody walking. Look at that. LeBron hands on his hip. Tired. Where were you at, Bron? It's the fourth quarter. Where was you at? Where you at? There's a pass back to LeVert. You got Wagner on him this time, right? Pulls up for three. Wham. Game's getting away. What's happening? You got Westbrook on LeVert. Boom. He goes all the way. Westbrook couldn't grab him. Couldn't stop him. Scores. Bron's walking the ball up. They tired. West, to stop the bleeding, as the Pacers had went up with 6:35 to go, they up 95-87. Russ hit his fourth three of the game. Coming down, two-man game. There's LeVert. Sabonis is there. He's got to commit to him. LeVert just pulls up, hits the jumper. Why? Because he's feeling it. He's got it going. That's a heat check moment. Woo, here's THT. Spinning one leg, spin around jump shot, good. Here come Russ. Dips it out. THT pump fake, steps in, pulls up for the jump shot, good. The young boys are scoring. They doing the things they should have been doing earlier. Where's LeBron? He is tired. LeBron falls back. There's the ball. It's loose. And this is why Russell Westbrook got benched, because of this play. I didn't agree with it. I think this is just picking on Russ. But let's see. Russ is guarding his man Lamb. LeBron lets this guy get open for the shot. LeBron's confused on who he's supposed to not play defense on. So now the ball comes short. Russ is still standing right in the same spot because he knows Lamb is out there, so he wants to be in position to guard Lamb. So he's thinking, my team is down there. They're going to get the ball. The ball hits. Russ is still in position in case they throw the ball out to Lamb or something. He's got to be there to guard Lamb. So they go up and score the basketball. Then Russ was taken out of the game. LeBron goes up and scores. And for the remainder of the game, you got Wagner out there on Lamb now. You got Monk. You got THT, Melo, and LeBron. Russ is out the game. Melo, lackadaisical on defense, gives Sabonis a 3. He hits it. Right? Here comes Monk down the lane, goes up, scores. Now they're swinging the ball. Melo, hello, Carmelo Anthony, what are you doing? This guy is killing the Lakers. He's killing you. Why is this such a confusing play? He's only been killing you. Why in the world? Look at him. He's looking like, man, LeBron, what the hell going on out here? That's your man's. That's what Monk telling him. Watch how Monk look at LeBron and tell him, man, that's your sorry ass man. Your punk ass friend. Look at him. But y'all told me Melo was killing last night. He had it going the shot early in those moments, but that's the only thing y'all see. Now look at this. Melo is trying to pick him up, right? He sees Melo's there. He pulls up. He gets hit. Goes off the glass. No call. It goes in. Heat check. That's a heat check moment. Now it's a minute 25. It's 109.98. LeBron comes down, offensive foul. It's not called. He gets the rebound, goes up, blocked. He gets bailed out with a foul call. Don't mean anything. LeVert again. Bang. Again. And, I want you to see this. It's 3.8 seconds left in the game, right? The game is supposed to be over. Guys are supposed to hold the ball. Here it is, 5 seconds to go in the game. Unless there's a new play in here where LeBron James with 6.3 seconds can get about 15 points. Why is LeBron James trying to score right here? He's trying to score right there because he had 28 points. He wanted to get 30. You got people out here that's playing for wins and people are playing for stats. And that's a guy that was chasing stats. Get your 30 during the game trying to win. Don't get your 30 on a cheap putback at the end of the game just because you want to have 30 points, which means nothing. Because if they going to give you that kind of love, like, oh yeah, man, LeBron should get MVP. Look at them, they 500. They thinking about giving you MVP because you didn't hit 30 a couple of times. If that's what it takes to get MVP, then damn, anybody can get it. Just score 30. But there are internal problems. And this always happens, seems to follow LeBron around like luggage. Everywhere he goes, every team he's on, it's controversy. This is what Kevin Durant was talking about, right? Toxic. Everywhere he goes, it's toxic behavior. They've never had a smooth transitional season where there's no drama, everybody's cool. They're hiding and concealing the drama that just blew up now, and it's finna get worse because you benched Russ. You just benched Russ in the winning times of the game when it wasn't really Russ's fault. And your excuse for it was ridiculous, coming out saying, I wanted some guys, I went with the guys that I thought that could win us the game. Wow. So you telling us that you don't think you can win the game with Russ? But you went out there and watched Melo get cooked on defense all night long. Getting cooked. Careless LeVert, cooking him. He had that boy on a skillet. 2-3 more minutes. Yeah, yo Melo, how you want some cilantro in your Melo? Woo! You let careless LeVert come out there and tear y'all heads up. They say in the paint, Russ is only 1 for 11. That's tied for the worst field goal percentage by any player in the game today. But do you want to be out there without Russ? Then fine, get Russell Westbrook off your team. Your problem isn't Russell Westbrook. Your problem is you are a bad defensive team. That is it. You get defense, you play defense, you get stops, you get fast breaks, you get points. Y'all don't communicate, you're old, and it showed. Y'all lost to a team who outplayed y'all. They beat y'all because they outplayed you. LeVert was able to get those positions because of what I showed you. They kept moving the ball, like push the ball. They're done, they're tired. They didn't have 4 sprints in a row. They're out of juice. Where was LeBron in the fourth quarter? LeVert had 30, LeBron had 30. Whose 30 was more impactful in the game? The guy who scored about 20 and 20 of his 30 in the fourth quarter. So we got to stop looking at numbers and making that the determining factor of a game. What did the Lakers do out there on the field? They abandoned a big man. They abandoned the big man. They used Dwight Howard like he there to pick up the garbage. Like he on garbage detail. That's how they playing him. Like, you're the garbage man. Beep, beep, beep. You just there to clean up. If they involve him more in pick and rolls, when he's in the game, he changed the game dynamics. He's giving you second chance points. Sure, he's not what he used to be when he was Superman. He wasn't that guy he used to be. But when you don't utilize him, this is the kind of nonsense that transpires. Oh, man, it's beautiful, man. Lakers is right where I thought they was going to be. Right where they deserve to be. Because they're a very bad basketball team. So they play what, the Orlando Magic on the road? Hell, I might have to take the Magic in the point. Seems like an easy win for the Lakers, but they're going to need a lot of help from the refs. We know that's coming because we know the NBA needs to put the Lakers up there because that's all they advertise. Have you ever seen a team that's below 500 marketed and talked about every single day? When Kobe and the Lakers were struggling those years, when they didn't have a good team, they just had basically Kobe. They were hardly spoken about. The league has shifted over to LeBron and the Miami Heat. The Heat was it. They were the new it team. They were getting the primetime games. So the Lakers, it's like they can't have the Lakers take their medicine. Like they're supposed to win it every year. Well, to me, when you bench Russell Westbrook, it's like, okay, so are you benching him because you're going to trade him? Who in the organization told you to bench the guy that's making $44 million? Where's that person at? Right? They traded Russ for some draft picks, right? And they traded Pope, Trez, and Kuzma. Same people I told you that was going to be in the trade about 2 months before the trade even went down. Russ is averaging this season 18.5 points a game, 7 assists per game, 8 rebounds a game. That's what Russ, everybody's complaining about Russ. He's averaging 18, almost 8 assists a game and 8 rebounds. It's 7.8. Pope is averaging 11, 1 and 3. Trez is about 15, 2 and 7. Kyle Kuzma's averaging 16, 3 and 9 rebounds a game. So the Wizards are getting production out of those guys. But Russ is giving you what he gives you. Like, he's giving you the Russ numbers. Russ is definitely, I mean, you're not going to get the 25s and 30s, but you got 3 superstars out there on the court. For the shot selections and everything else he's getting, Russ is still hitting those averages. Amongst point guards, show me one that's averaging 8, and 18 points a game. But it's Russ' fault that they're losing. It's never his fault when they win. It's always his fault when they lose. Russell Westbrook isn't really your problem. That's not your problem on the court. Your problem is defense. And it starts with LeBron James. And until he starts getting called out for his defense, until they keep thinking, we just trade Russell away, that's going to fix the team. No. Not everybody can mask your defensive efficiencies. You put all your stock and y'all signed AD to take the pressure off LeBron. That has not happened. And now you guys are paying the price for LeBron out here talking about whoever put this team together. Whoever put this team together, they have a general manager. Whoever put this team together, they got LeBron James. You think LeBron gonna be playing with people on the court he didn't want to play with? You think LeBron was not okay with Russ not being on the court? You think the coach would take Russell Westbrook out of a game in the winning times of the game, snatch Russ out, and LeBron is out there playing and everything is cool? LeBron be like, man, that's the coach's decision. That wasn't mine. I ain't standing by that. And Fogel pulling that move just gave him more ammunition to want to fire him, even though that's what y'all want, right? Him not to be out there. But you paid this guy $44 million. What team owe the Lakers a favor that would take a $44 million salary player who's going to make $47 million next year? You're going to take a $47 million cap hit on your team and you're not vying for an NBA championship? Because if you're not going for an NBA championship, what the hell are you getting Russell Westbrook for? That's like the Detroit Pistons saying, we finna take a $47 million cap hit and get Russ. Sorry. That ain't happening. Sacramento Kings, sorry. That ain't happening. Who owe y'all a favor enough that's going to take Russell Westbrook? They'll take him if they say you're going to pay $25 million of his salary next year. If you willing to do, the Lakers willing to pay $25 million in his salary for a player that ain't going to be there next season, then maybe. But $47 million for one season for Russ next season is too much money. For Chris Paul, he's on a team that's productive. They're winning. But the major question everybody needs to ask is why no one is putting that spotlight on LeBron James and saying, what is he doing defensively? It's all about he needs help. And I told you, I don't want to hear it. He got help. Well, AD been hurt. When AD was there, guess what they was doing? Losing. AD wasn't getting rebounds. You got to get on him to get rebounds. Russ can't get rebounds and play the way he plays if you shackling his game. You got two Russell Westbrooks out there, two LeBron James out there. They the same player. Russ is LeBron. They the same player. But they cannot coexist together. We knew that was going to be the problem going in. You got two players that are ball dominant and like to control the ball from the top of the key. When you got Russ playing out of position, getting the balls, he's got to go and get to his spots. It's a harder job for him. LeBron is not making it easier for him. The Lakers beat a struggling Jazz team. The Jazz has a team that's struggling. So for people that want to say, well, they beat the Jazz, look what they did. They got potential. Look what they did to the Jazz. They beat the Jazz because the Jazz beat themselves and they barely won that game. Jazz have a lot of internal problems going on. Hell, the Jazz just lost to the Houston Rockets, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So you're looking at two teams with two different agendas. But let it be known, the real pain begins after that All-Star break. So now you got to be extra careful. You get hurt after the All-Star break, that could be the season. And LeBron been playing heavy minutes, even though he's old and he's been trying to stay out of the way and only spending it on offense. That's a lot of wear and tear on your body while you trying to chase stats. You can end up tearing something up later in the season. You know, God forbid, but you can end up tearing something up and you be on that sideline. So that's something to look out for. When you try to shortcut the game can wind up shortcutting you. So just keep that in mind. Thanks for everybody that hit the like button, supported the page, stood with us, you know, the whole nine. I'm gonna get out of here and get the day started. Hit up the Patreon, get that cracking. And once again, God bless all of you, man, out there. Take care, be safe, be kind to others. Oh yeah, my Cash App is still Carcino. Shouts out to everybody who donated yesterday. That was very nice of you. I appreciate it. For everybody who super chat too, man. The super chat is coming up. They got something called Super Thanks. I ain't got it yet, but they supposed to be giving it to everybody pretty much soon. Some people got it already, demo mode, but I know they ain't trying to give it to me. And the new people, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'm out.